Hi and welcome. My name is Justin Penoyer, L.Ac, and I'm going to demonstrate snake moxa, one of the more popular treatments that I do here at the office. Traditional technique where we take ginger, which you can see I have put through a food processor, squeeze out some of the liquid. You want a good consistency to where your poultice, your ginger poultice, can stick together, but if there's too much water, it's going to soak into your moxa. You should be able to form it much like plaster of Paris here. I'm going to speed things up, and you can watch as I make the ginger about the thickness of my thumb, and then I create a little border around the edge, just like this, in order to hold and maintain the moxa roll after we put it on there. And your ginger poultice should look something just like this. Alright, so now I'm going to gather up my loose leaf moxa, high grade Japanese, you can see there. And what I'm doing is I have a sheet, a regular 8x10 sheet of paper that I am using the moxa to fill, and then I'm going to roll it just as I would a cigar. So there we go. I'm going to speed this up a little here as I use the paper to roll the moxa into a tube, and then it will come out looking basically something like this. And then I just light onto the ginger poultice, roll it right on there. Very simple. Once it's on the ginger poultice, you want to make sure that the roll has good integrity. And once that's finished, grab your lighter or whatever lighting instrument that you wish to choose, and let's light it up. It really just takes enough to get an ember going, and with a high-grade moxa, the burn will start to distribute through the roll quickly, pretty evenly. And there are different techniques. Some people like to start at the bottom, start at the top, light it all at the same time. I do light it all at the same time. And we get a good smoke going here. We're going to give it a minute to get going. And we are in full effect. So you can see the smoke coming up off the moxa there. The ginger is acting as a heat shield, and it's actually heating up that ginger juice. So we're going to speed this up a little bit. And I am standing always at the patient's side, making sure that it's not getting too hot, that they don't feel any hot spots, that there's no discomfort to the patient. I'm going to use my spatula here as the first moxa roll starts to die out. I create a little indent in the middle there to get ready for my next moxa roll, which I'm going to roll up here. And we're going to just roll this one right onto the top of the other. But you always want to check to make sure that your first moxa roll is about 80–85% burnt out. But it's useful to leave a little bit of ember there to start your next moxa roll. So that feels about right. And I'm going to go ahead and lay this right over the top. There we go. You want to make sure, as before, that the integrity of the moxa roll is there. There's no gaps or holes, that it's not lifted off the ginger poultice. And it doesn't take long here. You should start to see the new moxa rolls start to ignite from the heat underneath. And we got a little bit of smoke coming up there. And here we go. I'll just speed this up a little bit, and you can watch as this takes off. Now I use my spatula to shift the ginger underneath if the patient starts to feel a hot spot. It's an important part. As you see, I don't use cheesecloth or wax paper underneath the ginger. I don't like to. I like to have it come into direct contact with the skin. And as you can see there, I will adjust the ginger just to make sure, as the patient reports, if they feel it a little hot, you can squeeze it like that and shift around the air pockets inside the ginger, but you have to be very careful not to disturb it too much. So that's it. Now I'm just checking it to make sure that there's no heat left. It looks about done, so I'm going to use a spatula here and clean this off into a bucket. Never want to put it into the trash, just in case there's still an ember. And we're set. And I palpate, clean the area. It should feel nice and hot. And that is ginger snake moxa.